Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Twins, I hope that you're doing well. I have included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation on the twin flame journey in the description box below for your reference as to the intricacies of what the twin flame journey is. But in a nutshell, the twin flame journey describes two people who incarnate in this life, who share the same energetic soul. There is often a runner-chaser dynamic and a separation period. When twins are lucky enough to meet one another, the connection, the bond is intense. It's otherworldly. It's like nothing else that you've ever experienced with any other human being. You know through and through that this is your person, this is your divine counterpart. But often the connection becomes so intense that it triggers the other person, or both twins are triggered, and it causes a separation between them. During the separation, it is the divine hope and mission to allow each twin to go through their dark night of the soul, to spiritually ascend, to discover their spiritual gifts, and to elevate their consciousness and share those gifts with humanity, to raise the vibration of humanity. And then at which point, if their twin does the same, they can come into union. Not everybody has a twin, and it's very difficult to describe the twin flame journey to someone who is not a twin flame. But you'll know it through and through if you are one, and if you have somebody in your life that triggers you, causes you immense frustration, but that is somebody that you love unconditionally. Just a quick note about that, your twin is not somebody who would ever be abusive towards you, demeaning, neglectful in any way that is harmful. They can ghost, that's for sure, but it's out of fear and not just a blatant disregard for your feelings. It's something that it's usually because the twin feels inadequate. They feel less than. So I do these readings. I am a twin flame, and I do these readings for twins in separation to provide some messages and some insight into where your journey is at this point. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one will be the Heart Path Oracle for the overall energy, and then I'm going to be using the Rosebud Tarot for the tarot portion of your reading. I'm going to be doing this one a little differently. I'm going to take an overall energy for the connection, and then the first pile will be your pile, second will be your twins, the third will be advice from Spirit. Angel, spirits, guides, and messages do you have for the earth signs and their twin flame connection? What messages do you have, please, Spirit? Okay. You got the card of ancestors, strength, love, and support. You are divinely supported at this time. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can see very prominent third eye there. The roots of this tree and everyone that came before you. You know, it's reminding me of that kind of statistical, mathematical odds, right? The odds of you being alive at this time, the odds are astronomically huge. Your ancestors had to fight things like poverty and famine and disease and suffering and generation after generation after generation in order for you to even exist. You are a blessing and also an anomaly. And Spirit wants to remind you of just how unique and special you are. And then to top it on top of all of that, the fact that you're a twin flame, ridiculous. That's how special you are. Because not everyone has a twin. You were chosen. You were chosen to do something really extraordinary in this life, as was your twin. And the first step is recognizing, for you specifically, recognizing where you came from. There could be something having to do with your parents or grandparents. They could play a very pivotal role in your life that helped influence the person that you are, influence your values, your morals. For some of you, you might not have parents. You might be an orphan. That could also play a huge part in who was it that developed you? Who was it that shaped you? I don't know why I had to say that, but I did. I do think that somebody might be an orphan or have been adopted. You might have beautiful parents but they're your adoptive parents. It's not just physical blood ancestry that we're talking about, right? We're talking about your divine ancestry, your ascended masters, your spirit guides, kind of gathering around you right now in this beautiful spiritual collective. They're surrounding you right now. Sometimes it's really hard to remember that being a twin means that you are here for a divine purpose, especially if you're just like living your life day to day, cooking yourself lunch and doing your laundry and washing the car and walking to work and typing on a computer or whatever, right? Sometimes it can be hard to remember. Spirit is asking you to remember, remember, remember. Remember. It's like the echoes. I feel like there's something about like this energy in the background here. It feels like reverberations. Like the echoes of your past lives are somehow seeping into your present. Like, maybe something that you did in past lives is just showing up now in your behavior, in your interests, in your soulmates, your soul tribe, in your karmic partners, the ones that are your greatest teachers. Like in the last 5 days, I've had dreams about 3 karmic connections with people that have really caused me tremendous anger, frustration, resentment, all these like ugly low vibrational things. I have dreamt about them in the past week. Different people. They are your greatest teachers. So, you know, you have to listen when these things are kind of showing up as synchronicities or visions, dreams, signs, symbols. It's like there's something, it's like your past is trying to call out to you, give you a message. Are your eyes open? Is your third eye open? Are you spending quiet time clearing your mind, right? To allow the wisdom to enter in. The more we hustle and bustle, the less we listen to ourselves. So there's a little bit of pause that's being asked of you right now, to pause so that you can listen to what they have to say. 2 cards for you, 2 cards for your twin, 2 cards of advice from Spirit. I am only taking uprights for these readings. Okay, 6 cards on the table. We're starting off with a bang. Earth signs, number 15 in the Major Arcana, the Devil card. That is Capricorn energy. You could be a Capricorn. If you are, you showed up in your own reading. The Devil card talks about this idea that we are trapped and bound, that we submit to some perhaps baser natures, some addictions, some codependency, negative self-talk, identity issues. Anytime I find myself, because Spirit's giving me this example, like anytime I find myself like if I'm tripping a lot, like physically, like if I'm tripping, or I'm trying to open a door and the handle doesn't open all the way, and then I end up running into the door because I'm impatient, or something physical, I always kind of say, oh, the devil's trying to stop me from getting where I need to go. The devil's trying to stop me. There's sometimes these nefarious energies that are out and about. Now, what is the devil? The devil is, devil energy is within all of us, right? We're human beings, and we're fallible, and we're impulsive, and we're needy, and we're angry, right? We've got all of those base natures within us too. So when I say, oh, the devil's trying to slow me down, in fact, I'm just talking about myself. I'm too much in a rush. I'm not being careful. I'm not pausing when I need to pause. I'm chasing after some deadline or some person or some goal without giving it space, without giving it the time and attention and care that it requires. I'm trying to rush. And when I try to rush, that's when I make mistakes. And Spirit is bringing that up right now for you, that there might be something here that you are really wanting to free yourself from, but it's almost like the more that you wiggle without, you're trying to wiggle out of these ropes and chains and things that bind us. But when you're trying to wiggle out of them, it's almost as if you're working against yourself, because now they're showing me that, like, that Chinese puzzle the finger puzzle, you put it on your fingers. It's like the more you try to pull your fingers apart, the more it constricts. It constricts upon you. The more trapped you are, because you're trying in vain to just separate yourself. So that feels like the twin flame journey. It's like trying to cut the cord and trying to tear yourself away from the twin flame journey, because it's so difficult, because it's difficult to be connected to somebody that you might love very, very much, but that triggers you, or that has rejected you seemingly, or that has caused you grief or frustration. But the more you try to separate yourself, it's like that Chinese finger puzzle. It just like grabs hold of you. Whereas if you just stop for a moment and just say, okay, but why am I connected to this person? Why do I love this person? What do they represent to me? What is it that I need healing from? When you can slow it down, that's when it's like the chains start to loosen and we can free ourselves from it, right? So that's what Spirit is giving to me with this energy right now, clarified by the world. Number 21 of the Major Arcana. The World card talks about chapters closing and new chapters beginning. It's like there's that kind of third eye reference again, right? Here. It's weird because when I put, it's weird. Well, look at that. First of all, what's going on there and what's going on here, that feels like portal energy. And even this movement, this feels very synchronous, doesn't it? So yeah, she's kind of sitting, just like contemplating her oneness with the cosmos, with the divine. It's like, in a way, it's like you yourself are a microcosm of the divine. You're a piece of that source energy. And so is your twin. And I feel as though you're really trying to close out some cycles that are detrimental to you. And when you work towards that closure, you actually open up another level of consciousness for yourself. So for example, if you understand that you're on the twin flame journey, and you know the work that you need to put into it. So people have different practices for this, right? Some people take drugs, which I'm not condoning, nor am I encouraging. Just some people do it. They want to do it so that they can expand their consciousness, right? Some people meditate to expand their consciousness. Some people connect with nature. They climb mountains. They swim in the ocean. Some people connect with other people. They find soul tribe. Whatever it is, it's like you recognizing your unique place and space within the world, your unique contribution. What is it that you offer the world that is authentic to you? It could be your artwork, it could be your writing, it could be your public speaking, it could be your hugs, your warmth, your kind heart. For some of you, it could be your competitiveness. I see some competitiveness, but not with others, but with yourself. It's like really exceeding your own expectations. You're closing out this cycle with the devil. It feels good. Let's get a clarifier. One card, 9 of air. Nightmare energy, sleepless nights, anxiety, contemplating, worrying. This is you asking yourself, should I cut the cord? Look at all these shears. Am I doing the right thing? How do I know what the right thing is? Yeah, there could be some anxiety of you walking through this portal to your next step. But Spirit, it's It's like a beacon that's calling out to you. It's like something you can't ignore it anymore. And whatever your misgivings are, I feel as though you're going to persevere and you're going to move forward anyway. Because you know, right, that you have the power to cut yourself out of this scenario. Sometimes people like to stay stuck. And I'm not saying that this is you, but I am using it, Spirit's giving it to me as an example. Like, I was in separation from my twin for a very long time. For 7 years separated, 5 years no contact, right? Every day I thought about my twin. Every single hour of every single day, he was there. He was there. He was there. He was there. And it almost drove me to absolute madness. And then it didn't. And then I just had to learn to love him from a distance, to love him in the 5D where we saw each other in my dreams, right? And it made me sad because we weren't together physically, but it also made me appreciate my own company. It made me appreciate who I am and what I offer to people, and what I offer to the world. And I had to kind of let go of these things that I told myself that I didn't deserve, or that I wasn't worthy of, or that no one would care about. All of that was just like, it was just filler. And I feel as though you're kind of working your way through that, so that you can just step into the next up-leveling. Your twin is in a very reminiscent state. 6 of water, 6 of cups. They are remembering the good times. They're basking in it a little bit. It's weird. I get this weird sensation that your twin is in a little bit of denial, but like in the opposite direction. Like, what do you mean there's tension? Everything's fine. We're fine. We're gonna be fine. Everything is fine. This is what I feel from your twin, which is not true. I feel like, at least not from your perspective, earth signs. Everything is not fine. But I feel like your twin is telling themselves that. They're telling themselves that because it's like that's their way of coping. And I see all these watering cans here, right? 6 of water. I see all these watering cans here. It's almost like when you overwater a plant, you can kill it, right? So it's almost like, I have this weird image in my head of like your twin with this watering can, watering this plant, and the water is like coming out of the top of the vase or whatever it is. And it's just like, see, everything is great. Everything is fine. It's like your twin is in a state of weird denial. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. That could just be for some. Because it helps them to like deal. I do see them in a good place though, kind of earthbound wise. The generosity of earth is the Queen of Pentacles. They could be doing good on the outside, like they could be experiencing some kind of financial abundance or stability. And I always say, you want your twin to succeed. Right? We want our counterpart to succeed because they are a mirror to us. When we succeed, they should succeed. And when they succeed, we should succeed. So I do feel as though your twin is experiencing, I mean, and they could have worked very hard for this. I do feel, I just got a tinge of resentment though, because this is called the generosity of Earth. So it's almost like maybe your twin is experiencing a lot of abundance and they're sharing it with other people, but not you. And that could just, ooh, that could just grate on you with this double energy. That could just piss you off. I kind of feel that too. I feel that. I don't blame you. That would piss me off too. Can I get some clarifiers, please, for their twin? The Elder, number 4. Emperor energy. That's Aries energy. Are they like the CEO of a company or something? Are they a boss? Your twin could be a very powerful person on the outside, on paper. Your twin could have a lot of stature. But I cannot ignore this energy over here, which is just like, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Everything's fine. Only when it comes to you. In a way, I feel you are sometimes what they perceive as their Achilles heel. And that could be a cause of a separation. Because you are like the person that humbles them. And they could be experiencing all of this power and control and abundance. You are the one that always humbles them. Makes them realize that that status, that isn't what's important in life. You're their reminder of that. And that could cause somebody with a lot of control issues, it could cause them a lot of fear. For the connection, for the advice from Spirit, number 3, the life giver, this is the Empress. So now you have the a divine partnership here. Emperor and Empress energy showed up in the reading, along with the 4 of fire, the 4 of wands. This is the 1111 card of twin flames. There is no denying that I'm talking to someone with a twin flame counterpart. The advice from Spirit, though, for this connection for you today is to remember your sovereignty, your autonomy, and your own ability to attract your own worthiness. The Empress is the divine feminine, the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. Somebody who knows her self-worth, knows what she deserves, and attracts that to her. Right now, what I see being attracted is a firm foundation, a stable foundation. The 4 of wands, like the 4 legs of a table, something solid, something that we can build upon. Thank you, Spirit. That's what you're creating for yourself right now. And that's what Spirit is asking you to remember. They have this going. This is what Spirit is asking you to have going, the counterpart. There could be some of you that are raising a family. And I want to, thank you, Spirit. I want to say making the best out of a challenging situation. The reason I say that is because this character, I don't know if you can tell, is sitting on a tree stump. It's like making this tree stump into a chair. It's like when you have lemons make lemonade. It's like that kind of sense of resourcefulness. Look at the aura around you. There's something about your aura. There's something about resourcefulness and aura, like you being able to recognize the resources in your immediate vicinity, people being attracted to your aura and wanting to give you those resources. I don't know if it's money, if it's people's time or their energy or their help, their physical help, their help with a recommendation or a reference letter or finding a job, or like, I don't know what it is. It could be different for everybody, but like, you are attracting that energy to you at this time. And that's going to help you to further your kind of building your own, you know, like your twin has this empire over here. It's like you're going to be building your own empire parallel to theirs. I was telling the fire signs, which is the last reading that I did, that when my twin and I came back into union this year, he and I started to experience up-leveling in our careers parallel to each other. It's very strange and not coincidental. Like he experienced something and then I experienced something, and it was like, whoa, this is awesome. It's awesome that I can be so happy for my twin and he can be so happy for me, and continue to challenge each other and up-level ourselves, right? He earned that. I earned this. In a way, the only parts that were intersected was our encouragement of each other. It's not like I did anything that necessarily helped him get that up-leveling. He did that on his own. I did that on my own, right? So it's almost like I see it's like you and your twin just kind of running parallel toward, oh, I almost said towards each other. It's like kind of like going like this. So that's Spirit's advice to you. Recognizing what you're worth. And also this idea that people want to help you. It's like somebody's going to give you the lemons for you to make lemonade. And when that happens, have open arms. That's what the Empress would do. She would just say, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to use these wisely. And also giving a nod to your ancestors who perhaps will put the right people in the right places to meet you. That's your reading. Earth signs, I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.